Hello, welcome to the Inspiring Inkin YouTube channel. I'm Amanda Fowler and today's video is all about a die set called Patchwork Pieces. I've got a few cards to share with you and a few hints and tips with the dies, but I wanted to also mention that at the end of the video there is information about the Autumn Winter mini catalogue. Now Stampin' Up call this the September to December 2023 mini catalogue. I refer to it as the Autumn Winter catalogue. So hopefully that isn't confusing, but that's what makes most sense to me. But I've got some sneak peeks for you. I've got some of my favourite items from the new catalogue and also information about my September craft along and also my Christmas retreat. So hang around for the crafting first and then go and look at the sneak peeks. Or if you can't wait, zoom forwards and then you can see the sneak peeks. But do come back and watch the crafting after. So let me turn this camera around. Blimey, that's a busy desk, isn't it? All right, let me just... I've got so much stuff on my desk. Let me just stack that all up together. Move that over there. Let's hope I don't push anything off the desk. And let's have a look in the annual catalogue here. So this is the Stampin' Up annual catalogue. This runs from May 23 to April 24. And on page 165, that's where you'll find these dies. Now, a couple of things to note. Firstly, this is my catalogue that I highlight when I first get the catalogue of the things I want to order. And these are new dies that I didn't have anything like them. Now, we've cut things like this before with scraps, but to have a die, that's super cool. So I got these, and then actually I'll just draw your attention to this. These are the paper florist dies. Now this is fancy, making blooms and wreaths and all sorts of stuff. I have got these, but I haven't had chance to play with them yet. So do put in the comments below if you want to see me use those, and I'll get that on the list for videoing. So let's have a look at the dies themselves. So here they are. So they're two, and I've got a piece of paper somewhere. Ooh. That's got the measurements. So the actual die is a tiny bit less than 4 3/4 inches by 3 1/4. So your matte layers want to start at 5 by 3 1/2, and then you go up. Now that doesn't really coincide with a standard card size, whether that's North America or metric for the rest of the world. So you'll see as it's laid out, you'll have slight variation of the distance. Obviously, you can make a smaller card if you want, but I actually like the way it offsets. So yeah, so we'll look at that as we go. The dies themselves have stitched lines on them. So it's not just cutting the shape. You've actually got stitched lines all the way around, which is really cool. And that one as well. So this one has got 6 sections. And this one has got 12. Now that's really important because if you want to mix and match your colours, then you can make lots of really cool patterns. So for both of them, because they're even numbers, obviously you could do half and half and just go alternate. They're both divisible by 3. So you could have 3 different colours. So on this one, you'd have 2 of each. This one, you'd have 4 of each. And then with this one, you could have 4 different colours, but have them 3 times each. Does that make sense? It makes sense to me. But you'll see when I start replacing these pieces how quickly and easily that works. So they're really cool. So there's the 2 of them in the set. Now I have used, to coordinate with them, these dies, which are the Stylish Shapes dies. And again, these are all stitched. And I've used the tags with the flag ends. So we'll show you that. So I'm going to start out. Oh, let me get the die out. I've put them away. I need them out. So I'm going to start out with this one. And I've done a lot of the prep work already, because there's a lot of die cutting. So I didn't want to waste time on the video doing the die cutting. Now, let me just show you. So the papers that I'm using for this one are this set, which is Bright and Beautiful. So it's the Bright and Beautiful DSP, which is this one, 6x6, and it's got some amazing colors. I just really loved the rainbow effect of this, so I just ran it through the die cutter, and this is what I'm left with. So when you stick this down, you can either separate it out a little bit, which means obviously it'll be a bit taller and wider, or you can do as I'm going to do and just butt it up, and you'll just see that those little dots work really well. I'm hoping you can see. Hang on, let me lift a couple up. Depends on how big your screen is as to how well you see the detail. Actually, that is something that I really need to mention. I video my recordings. No, I record my videos in the highest resolution I can. And when you're watching on YouTube, there's a little gear icon down. It'll be down there somewhere, down at the bottom somewhere, and you can change the resolution. So I think it defaults at 360, but you should be able to increase it to 720, which will really help. And also you can change the speed of the video as well. So if I'm going too quick, you can slow me down. So that's very cool. So I've got my die cut piece, I've got my label, and I've used Best Family Ever stamps and Petal Park. Ooh. And the punch. And the colours of ink that I used were Bubble Bath and Berry Burst, which are the 2 pinks here. So that's what I've done. Let me just again bring up those flowers, you can see. So let's move that out of the way. Excuse me, my cough is still lingering, but I've got some tea, so I will keep slurping that, and hopefully that'll be fine. So for the card base, I've gone for Lemon Lime Twist, which is this colour down here. Then Lemon Lolly, which actually is that colour down there. You can see. I didn't actually cut that far down, but that's that bit. And then this piece. So that's a piece of white. So you can see with the layer in a minute that this bit at the top and the bottom is slightly deeper, and then the same distance right and left. So let me get my grid paper out. Ooh. So what you want to do is position these back where you want them and then stick them down one at a time. Now, you can, of course, use our adhesive sheets. So you can stick the paper onto an adhesive sheet and then stick it down, and then you won't have to glue them down one piece after the next. So I am just going to bring this down a little bit so I know that that piece is in the right place. And then I'll position everything after that. Now we have lots of Tombow glue in stock at the moment. And it's one of those things I would never be without. But I don't know whether you remember, but during the COVID time, we actually ran out. So I keep lots of Tombow glue in my cupboard. I've never had any of it go off, so it's stayed in there for quite a long time. But there we go. Let me just show you. Okay, so I'm just putting it all back together. Ooh. Pay attention to the way round it needs to go. That would have been a disaster. And you know, if you mess up, because it happens, crafting can be messy sometimes, and it's not lined up perfectly, you can always trim it. And actually I might do that to show you, because I think it's as important to show you crafting that goes right as it is crafting that goes wrong. Because believe you me, we all have things that don't quite go as planned. There we go. Right. So from a distance, that looks just like a piece of patterned paper, but then when you bring it up, look at that. It's so cool. And that's slightly wonky there. So let's get my trim up. And I'm just going to take a sliver off. Maybe a tiny bit more. There we go. And a tiny bit off the top. Perfect. So then we're going to pop that one down onto the lemon lolly. I can't tell you how much I love lemon lolly. Been asking for a proper citrus colour. Proper lemony citrus. There we go. And then we're going to pop that one on the front. So this is such a cheerful card. Let's get the banner. So I've put a dimensional on the far end. And then I'm going to stick that bit down flat, because I'm going to put some of my flowers here with dimensionals. So otherwise then I'd end up with like a double dimensional. And just bend your flowers up a little bit. You want them to have dimension. Put as few or as many as you would like. So cool. Just love the stitching on that. So I'm just going to pop one of the flowers on the inside, because you always need to decorate the inside of your card as well, and the envelope. Do not send naked envelopes. It's really important. So there we go. So there is your first card. It's very cool. Very quick to do. So for the next card, I'll just leave that up there. The next card, we are using the inked and tiled papers. And we're going to use this one. Now we're actually going to make 3 cards. So remember I said you can use lots of different patterns or different amounts, depending on how many sections you want. So for this card, I've cut it out of patterned paper, 3 different patterns. So there's going to end up being 4 of each. I'm really aware that that doesn't actually sound as though it makes any sense, but it does. So I've got lots of layers. I've used the same happy birthday there, but I've also used this happy birthday, which is from the inked and tiled set. So I'm going to pop those there and let me bring the papers. So we've got 3 different patterns, as I said. So on this one, because everything comes out of the center, you'll see, let me just pull this apart. You'll see that there is a tiny dot. I'll just see if I can, yeah, look, there you go. Can you see? There's a tiny dot which is in the center. And it's that little tiny dot there. So you're going to need to cover that. So that's one set. That's the second set. And that's the third set. So what I'm going to do with these is grab the layers. So I'm actually using the crushed curry as the layers, and I am going to put these down. Ooh, move like that. I'm going to put a section down and move along. And it's like, if you're familiar with dealing cards, it's going to be exactly like that. So I'm going to put 1 down, 2 down, 3 down, and then the next one, the next one, and 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 then the next one, ooh, the next one, and the next one. Okay, so it's every 4th piece. So for this one, let's pick that up. So we've got to start. So we started, ooh. So we started here, that one. So the next piece is going to be that one. And each time it should be the piece that is next to the piece that's down. Oh, that's that one. And that one. That one. That one. That one. That one. That one. And that one. Now this is going to be more tricky because look. It all fell apart. So I'm just going to have to reassemble it. Okay. So we're going to start with the third piece across. So that's that one. And then that one. And that one. That one. That one. And I love the tonal variations here. So you've got the checks, which is much lighter, and then the leaves and the spots. And then that one. And that one. And that one's there. Ooh. And that one's there. And that one is there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to speed up this next section because you don't need to see me gluing, excuse me, gluing at every piece because it's going to take a little bit of time. Okay, so welcome back. Here are the 3 different cards, and as you can see, you can clearly see they're made from the same papers, but they all do look different. You can see the tiny little hole there. There is something else I just want to draw your attention to. These this 12 section has got like a stitched element. This one, the stitched element is actually dots. So this one is lines. I'm just hoping that it was going to pick it up. That's lines and that's dots. They're both stitched, but slightly different. Okay, so I am going to whiz this next little bit along as well. I'm just going to be gluing the mats and layers. So I will come back to you in a second with the finishing off, just popping the sentiments on. Okay, now I'm sure I'm going to get questions, so I'll address it now. This is a glue eraser or an adhesive eraser, and you actually, I actually buy them from that big A to Z store, and they are classed as skateboard erasers. And I think it's just to get the rubber bits off a skateboard, but it works as a glue eraser. So it picks up Tombow, and I've got Tombow glue all over my fingers at the moment. So, so that's what I used that for. So these, I'm just going to take the dimensional backings off and just, finish these cards off. Now, obviously, you can decorate them with, additional gemstones or more flowers or various other things, but I just like them like this. They are such cool cards. There we go. So there, let me pop that there. So there's the 3. And that's the single color. Now, obviously, I've used patterned paper for all of this, but you could use paper that you've embossed, heat embossed. You could use colored cardstock, stamped cardstock. There are so many different things that you could do with this. I would love to see your cards. If you, all your projects, let me just grab that banner. That's my email address, amanda@inspiringinkin.com. Do send me pictures of the things that you've made following any of my tutorials. I love to see them. And let me know if I can share them with other crafting friends. That would be awesome. Everything that you've seen today is available in my online store. If you pop over to www.inspiringinkin.com, you will see clickable links to all of the things that I've made and I've used, and you'll be able to go shopping there. If you're not on my email list yet, there's also a section there where you can join and you'll get a tutorial, but there's lots and lots of creative inspiration there on my blog. So let's just get rid of these now and move into this loveliness that is this catalogue. Now, we are currently in pre-order, and pre-order means demonstrators can shop in this catalogue. So if you see some stuff that you love today, join my team because you can shop from this catalogue right now, and you can get your starter kit, which is £130 worth of products for £99. So you can pick from the mini catalogue right now. If you're a customer, you can shop from this catalogue from the 6th of September. So normally it's like on the 1st, but this time it's the 6th. So be aware, you can't shop till the 6th of September. If you're one of my customers, you will be getting a copy of this catalogue in the post at the end of August so that you can start making your wish list. I cannot, on camera, open the catalogue to show you what's inside. That's Stampin' Up rules, so I can only show you the front cover. And it's very beautiful and very, very green. So we are going to start with my favourite item in the catalogue. Absolute, hands down, favourite item. It's a stamp set called More Wishes. Now, you may be looking at this and going, but Amanda, don't we have a stamp set like that? Yes, we do. It's called Biggest Wish. And I use this all the time. You'll see it on so many of my projects. And this is like its sister. I'm just so excited. So you can mix and match things around, and the happy in Biggest Wish will work with the Christmas and Happy New Year. You know, it's I honestly, I can't tell you how excited I am about this stamp set. So much so that for the first time ever in a Christmas retreat, this is the stamp set that you will be getting. You will be getting this stamp set in the retreat because we all need more Christmas sentiments. So it's photopolymer, and I will get asked the questions about the retreat. Can you swap things in and out? Yes, you can. Am I going to show you everything that's included in the Christmas retreat? No, I'm not, because I'm still designing projects. So I'm going to show you some things, and then when I've finalized everything, when I've got a date, when I've got a price, all of that stuff will be on my website. Okay, but definitely, this is included. This isn't included, but I just want to show you this. It's a new snow background. So before we've had snow with dots, this has actually got snowflakes in it. So it's very, very cool. It's called the Snowflake Sky. I'm just showing you it because I'm very excited. Right, I'm going to put that away. So let's go back to the Christmas retreat. Okay, so we always make boxes and 3D projects and so on. We will be using this paper, and it is called Shining Brightly, and it's single-sided, so it's white on the back, and it's like a matte Night of Navy. Actually, yeah, it's a matte Night of Navy with gold foiling. But again, it's It's kind of shiny, but it's not Vegas gold shiny. So you've got leaves and you've got tiles and you've got stars. And then you've got the same, but in very vanilla. It is so, so beautiful. So you're going to be getting a full pack of that. And to go with it, let me just show you. This is Night of Navy gold ribbon. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's called glittered ribbon. And it's so sparkly. And you can tie beautiful bows with it because it's got substance to it. So this is kind of always my test. Will the kind of bow stand? And the answer is yes. So that's really exciting. And then also definitely included are going to be these papers. Now, you are going to see a lot of bears this year. And I am very, very excited about this. So this paper is called Berry Christmas. Let me move those out of the way so I can show you the full thing. Now, you see this little bear here? That bear has a punch. And better still, it has a stamp set. Now, these two aren't included in the retreat, but you can add them if you want to. But you're going to see lots and lots of bears. So this is a beautiful, beautiful stamp set and punch. But let's go back to these papers. Can you look how cute that rabbit is? It's a teeny tiny rabbit putting a star on the tree. So what I'm going to do is show you the two. So that's the pattern and that's the reverse. Look at this. Scrapbookers amongst you will love this. And those of you that aren't scrapbookers that want to use this to make cards, it will make beautiful cards. We will definitely be making cards with this, and that's the reverse. So there are other creatures as well as bears. You've got Arctic foxes and seals and deer. Look how beautiful that is. Like the best Christmas jumper. Then you've got trees, blue trees and green trees. And that's the reverse. Again, you can chop that up. It's going to make amazing cards. I love this. This is so cool. So you've got paw prints and more snowflakes. And then the last pattern is full-on presents and sort of a green jumpery effect. So included in the retreat pack, you will get a full pack of this as well. So there's a lot of paper because we're making lots of cards and lots of projects. So we need lots of paper as well. There will be some of this blue ribbon, blue velvet ribbon, balmy blue velvet ribbon, and there will be some of these as well. These are called adhesive backed glitter sequins. I don't know how much of these you're going to be getting in the kit, but when I finish designing, you'll know. So we've got, let me get that amazing paper. Look at that. That's so gorgeous. So you're definitely getting a pack of this paper. You're definitely getting that stamp set. You're definitely getting a reel of that ribbon and these amazing papers as well. and you will be able to add these on. If you haven't got them by then, because the next thing I'm going to show you might make you want to get those as soon as we can. So this is the retreat, and you're going to be seeing more of this when I officially launch it. But moving stuff out of the way. But I wanted to show you, so let me pop that there. I wanted to show you what we're going to be using for the September craft along. So just as a reminder, if you are in the UK, you can earn my craft along for free by placing a £49 order in my online store during August. So right now, if you're shopping right now, you can earn it for free and you'll get a kit in the post. If your order's less than £49 or you decide that you don't want to have a craft along, I will send you a product gift and a thank you card. If you are outside of the UK, you can still attend the online class and get all of the PDFs and the measurements and the cutting lists and everything else. So if you are anywhere else other than the UK, you can get all of that. Now, you just need to pop over to my blog, www.inspiringinkin.com, click on classes and events and register for the kits. Either for the kits, so there's like 4 options. So there's the kit if you're in the UK, and you can purchase the kit as well. It's $19.50. So you can purchase the kit. You can purchase the PDF. You can get a discounted kit if you are one of my team members. And if you are one of my direct team members, you can get the class for free. It doesn't include the kit, but you can attend the class for free as well. So another great reason for joining my team: discounted kits and free PDF tutorials. If you have placed an order and you get the kit for free, I send you a coupon code and then you book in. So it's all really straightforward. It's all laid out on my website. But if it doesn't make any sense, just email me, ask me all your questions, and that'll be fine. Now, the September kit, you will get a quarter pack of this paper. And remember I said it's all about the bears this year? Well, this pack of paper is called A Walk in the Forest. Now, it coordinates with this stamp set. It also coordinates with the Merriest Trees dies and stamp set. And the trees are very similar in shape to this. I don't have that to show you because I forgot to order it. So I will be ordering it and I will show you on another craft and chat, just so that you can see what we're going to be using. But the awesome thing about this paper is £2.50 from every pack is going to go to Stampin' Up's charities. And they, I'm waiting to hear back which specific charities they are, but they're charities around supporting people at Christmas, which I'm really excited about. So let me show you the papers. So we've got stripes. Ooh, that was the punch falling on the floor, and a stamp set falling on the floor. You've got beautiful trees. You've got snowflakes and more tree backgrounds. Let me just get rid of that name there. Then this one, got the bears. Now the punch will punch out these brown bears, but obviously you can snip them out as well. And it's got stripes on the back. Then you've got what I would say is kind of more traditionally foliage Christmas. Oh, with spots on the back. It's not, it's snow. It's not really spots. It's definitely snow. You've got some leaves there, and you've got berries and more foliage. And then the last one is this one. Again, all of these bears can be punched out, and these are the trees that you can die cut as well with the merriest trees. I will, like I said, I'll show you those. And then on the back, you've got tiny triangles that are tiny Christmas trees as well. So this is the set of papers that we're going to be using for the September craft along. I will always give variations. If you don't celebrate Christmas, you will be able to make these into wintry birthday cards or other kind of occasion cards as well. But I just wanted to show you what we were going to be doing. So that is everything for now. Let me just switch that camera back around. Ooh, everything is falling over today. Oh dear. There we go. Click. I'm back. I'm a bit wonky, but I'm back. Yeah, so I just want to say thank you so much for taking the time to watch the video. I hope you enjoyed the sneak peeks. I am so excited about this catalogue. I love Christmas. It's one of my favorite times of year for crafting and creating and making things for family and friends. So yeah, I always get a little bit overexcited, and I understand. Currently, when I'm filming, it's only August. We've got plenty of time to go. But I'm busy, as I said, creating and working out everything that we're going to be doing for the Christmas retreat. And again, I will get asked this. Yes, if you are international, you can join in my Christmas retreat. What I do is I send you a list of the products that you will need, and then you can shop with yourself if you're an international Stampin' Up demonstrator, or you can find yourself your local Stampin' Up demonstrator as well. And if you don't have one, I have lots of international Stampin' Up demonstrator friends, and I can point you whichever country in the world you're in, so long as Stampin' Up exists there. I can send you contact details for that person. So get your orders in for during August, so we can play with this in September. If you're busy prepping your Christmas stuff already, hold on, because you're gonna need some of the new stuff. So I'm really excited about it. I am thrilled to have shared it with you, and I will be sharing stuff on Craft and Chat every Tuesday over the coming weeks. There will be more sneak peeks coming. Remember, pop over to my blog. Let me just click that link up there. Pop over to my blog, sign up for my newsletter. If you're interested in joining, ping me an email, or you can join actually straight away from my website if you want to. And I will see you all very, very soon. Take care. Goodbye.